You've got to get it through nice and long, and this is good ball movement.
Completely different game plan there. There's a quick play on rather than the long bomb.
Yep.
Van Berlo to Sloan into space.
Yeah, great.
Quite often see it. One team gets a chance at one end, miss, and almost a 2-goal turnaround. And that hurts. But a good goal for Rory Sloan.
Well, I think we see it more often now because...
Handball was good, created the loose man. Kerridge thinks about the 1-2, going back to McKay, doesn't. Sloan, and he's looking dangerous early, playing on attacking 50 virtually, feeding up and feeding back. That plays on.
Yeah, that's really poor by the Giants. And I could see, so you get an easy shot at goal 20 metres out.
And people talk about you have to have a trick these days to get drafted, and David McKay's trick was speed as a kid, and when you can use that speed to get into space, you're dangerous. Good start to the Crows. Reed gets it from Smith, tries to set it up in defence. Gillum knocked away from Giles. Well hunted by Smith. Gee, from outside 50, that's a bomb. Dangerfield, he lets it go. Spectacular start from the Adelaide Crows.
Forward, you just want the reward.
Poor pleasure to Sloan. Looks up, goes long. Jenkins. Arm slap free, perhaps. No. Douglas. Well, they might get a goal regardless. It tumbles, and Jenkins gets the goal. The karma police are here. He deserved that. Yeah. Needs a target. Tough for more over his head. Straight to Kerridge.
By foot. This quarter, 78%. Adelaide have dropped off only 56% by foot this quarter, so that's the turnaround.
And this becomes a big kick in the context of this game. That was never in doubt. Another momentum swinger. Vince to Douglas again. Plays for the 50. And didn't get it, but didn't need it. Lynch.
Yeah, Giants lose players over the back there, but just a really smart kick. But at least for the Giants, it's a long shot at goal. It's not an easy shot they were getting in the first quarter, the Crows.
And again, strikes it beautifully. And again, puts GWS on the ropes. This is the kick, though, and he goes backwards. Needed to be better than that. Core under some pressure. Lynch just pushed him off, runs in open goal. He will never kick one easier than that, Tom Lynch. Gillum attacked it. Nathan Van Berlo wants to run this down. Drag Ward down. Sloan gets away this time. Van Berlo. Lynch. McKernan. Goal square. Little nudge. Okay. Dangerfield. Oh! Dangerfield thought he wasn't going to be allowed to have it.
And he's laughing. Look at him. Rightly, the mark should have been paid.
Yeah, look, I don't have a problem with that, but I guess that's what we're saying. The players are clearly confused, and there was nearly a calamity of, the ball rolls through, hits the post, and it's a certain goal that wasn't a goal.
The pass found a free here, and it's going Dangerfield's way again.
Well, I think we all thought we knew, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
2 in a row to Patrick Dangerfield, and the lead's blowing out all of a sudden. It stands at a 44-point margin right now. Heads inboard, yeah, and nice. A good grab from Talia, and he can go back and have a rare shot at goal.
When he goes for his marks, he's got a really clean pair of hands, and he takes it at the highest point. I don't know that he can kick. We'll find out in a minute.
For a 50-point margin, oh, you bet he can.
Enormous, and he's that sort of size at school which can dominate, but just a repeatable skill that he showed. He can go forward and take big grabs.
Right, puts it into the hot spot. It's almost a free for Lynch, pushing the back, and he will line up, and this is getting ugly now. This is for a 56-point margin.
The guidelines of 100 games for father-son.
1954 premiership player as well, his grandfather.
His grandfather was.
56 points the margin, and it's still not half-time. McKernan, and he goes. Wastes no time. He sees Lynch coming off a 3-goal second term, And he's hunting down number 4, Tom Lynch.
Toby Green, I don't know.
It's Reece Palmer.
Is it Reece Palmer? Sorry, Toby.
Didn't look like there was a lot in it.
No, it didn't look like it.
Tell you what, there's a lot in Tom Lynch's game this afternoon. He's got 4.
I think the problem the Giants have got is the fact that the Crows haven't rested on their laurels. I've been impressed. It'll be easy to go in half-time, just pretty much in command, but their tackling the Crows has been really good. And they haven't let the Giants get outside them too often.
Kerridge floats it up. Dangerfield might go the big leap. Oh, you bet he does! And plays on unselfishly. And Lynch has the biggest goal haul of his career. He has 5. Paul Pleasure, a bouncer inside 50. Sloan trying to stop this GWS run on at the moment. Van Berlo opens it up beautifully. Lynch, he was looking at number 7 there. And he's still a chance here for number 6. It's for number 6. 3 in the second term. And 3 in the third.
Yeah.
Little side step from right. He's having a good day as well. It's possession number 19 for him. Rory Sloan on 50.
Well, Thompson just strolling into the 50 there.
Sloan hasn't seen him.
No, he didn't. No, missed him. He's still on.
And Sloan's still ignoring him.
Lynch.
Oh, there you go. So now they'll line up for number 7. Let's pick 13 back in 2008. They saw this kind of promise. Ended up selling him for pick 37 to Adelaide. And that's as good as it gets. He's got 7. They've got a good run of games coming. Their season could really light up in the next couple of weeks. McKay back to right. Heads to Dangerfield. Strong hands.
I mean, Dangerfield's going to beat some of the best fullbacks in the competition.
And that's his 3rd. And this is the biggest margin of the game, 66 points. And there's those hands of Dangerfield like a vice. Now Douglas is inside 50, used his body beautifully on green, peels back onto it. Kerridge wants one. Sizes up the big sticks. And he gets his 2nd. Right inboard.
Well, only had 7 disposals last week, Matty Wright, up to 23 today, so he's responded with a big game.
Douglas, he bombs it. Lynch is there. Oh, he's got it! This is for number 8. Raise a name here, just to raise the expectations. But the last man to kick 10 for Adelaide was a bloke by the name of Tony Modric. And Lynch has 8 with a quarter and 5 minutes to go. Absolutely, and he knows he's got a couple more if he's good enough.
He's out again.
Lyons looks up. Where is he? They go to Jenkins instead. Oh, he's waiting for the crumb. Shrugs a tackle. This is for number 9. Tom Lynch. This is your life.
Who would have thought, Roosie, at the start of this game, that we'd be calling a player kicking 9 goals in not even 3/4 of footy?
Well, we thought it might have been Tex Walker, but he's out with a knee injury. I wonder what Big Tex is thinking as he's watching Lynch at home. But I tell you what, he was never going to give this handball off.
No way.
Never, ever was he going to give that handball off. And I tell you, he's a nice finisher, isn't he? He's just really confident with his goals.
Still plenty of time left in this term to make it 10 with a quarter to go. Lynch is lurking
He's
inside
got a mismatch
50
as well at the moment, Toby
He's in
Green.
a good spot here. Kerridge plays on to McKay, might go all the way. Back to Kerridge. He's looking at number 3. And these young GWS players are lambs to the slaughter.
There's six kicks for 6 goals this quarter. That's not going 100%. That's not bad.
Thompson short to Douglas, and this is getting ugly. It's got to be said for GWS, as pretty as it is for Adelaide watching with all their fans back at home and those that have made the trip. This is a delight to watch their boys in this kind of sparkling form. And Adelaide can get a run going. The next couple of games look good for them. For the whole season to open up. They've got St Kilda and then North Melbourne the next 2 Adelaide. And a big percentage boost coming up here as Douglas adds to the onslaught. Dying stages of this 3rd term. Dangerfield, and he pumps it. McKernan's into goal square this time. Well, all of a sudden, they've just got so many options, but They are rabbit in the headlights, GWS right now. It's heading towards 100 now. And it's 97 points the margin with a minute and a half left in the third.
Dig in, really get hold of their man. Work out who your man is. Make sure on the defensive transition you're right on top of him. But certainly that's just too easy going coast to coast. And that's been the pattern of the second half for the Giants.
Maybe they've taken Lynch off because they actually want Jenkins to become the key forward. That's their master plan. Almost to silence. See, that's not bad off the boot. That's a delight. He's got two, and the Adelaide Crows lead by 104.
Yep.
Kerridge spears it wide. Dangerfield held, but still good enough. Their improvement that they've tried to sell the world, they've still not been within 5 goals of any team they've played at the full-time siren. Dangerfield from the pocket. Spectacular. Gold class.
Oh, it's a free.
Lynch.
Lynch free.
Okay, will he load up for 10? A sidestep, a dance, runs inside 50. This is it for number 10. Only in your wildest dreams, Tom Lynch.
Once again, he had a Rory Sloane handball next to him, Jono. But I don't blame him. Don't blame him. Over 100-point lead. Pin the ears back. Try and get the double figures, as suggested by Bradley Johnson. Halfway through the third quarter, he will get 10. And there it is. Sloane was inside. No, Rory, I'm not giving it to you. I'm actually going to have a shot at goal. And he's done that.
Happy.
He has finished very, very well. I mean, he's got 10 goals, won.
Sloane to Brown. He might be within range. He's got Bernie Vince wide. Needs to get off the man on the mark so Vince can get and go. Ton of time to spend it, and spends it wisely. Biggest lead of the game, and they're heading for the biggest margin of all time over GWS. Van Berlo to Riley to Vince.
That's a good point, Dwayne.
Vince, that's a bomb. That's a monster. And so's this lead, 128 points. Not 50, Wright takes the mark. Gillen brought him down. And now wide to Brown. Lynch is the target, perhaps? No. Jenkins.
Take the advantage away from his direct opponent.
Yeah, look, Talia's found it hard when Cameron's been on the move. You're absolutely right. When they've just sat it on Cameron's head, it's been easy for Talia.
For number 3 for Jenkins. Playing his way into some sweet, sweet form. 134 points the margin. Okay, now it opens up. Lynch is a long way from home, though. McKay might have to go without him. Jenkins inside 50 in a one-on-one. Big fly! That's an absolute ripper! Josh Jenkins! Devon Smith couldn't pounce. Here's Lynch. Well, he's got to take that ball home, Tom Lynch. That's his.
Yeah, 10 goals. Good effort.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime moment for Tom Lynch. A 10-goal afternoon. No need to tell you, that's his biggest ever haul in his 16-game career, Tom Lynch. Adelaide 29-13, 187, just one behind off their biggest ever scoring club history, but it is their biggest ever win over Greater Western Sydney. It eclipsed the 119-point victory here last year. They won by 135 points.